Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Chris. I am a musician based in the Los Angeles area and I am a classic menswear enthusiast. So if either of these things are of interest to you, please hit that subscribe button below so you are able to see more content in the future. So today's an exciting day. A specific shoemaker waived their made-to-order / custom program fee, and we are going to be looking at that today. So the shoemaker in question, let's take a look here, is TLB Mallorca. It was definitely hard to say no to this. I really didn't want to drop any more money than I had to, but at the same time I was just like, if I could get the made-to-order fee waived this time and see if my feet can fit in these shoes, or if I can rather I should say challenge Tony to get some shoes to fit me, then Tony is going to make me a TLB customer for a good while. So and I'll talk more about the shoe fitting later, but I wanted to keep the box especially closed for you all, so that way you could see my first impressions of my brand new shoes. So without further ado, let's cut right into this sucker. Obviously we're going to take the utility knife. Obviously I use this in construction, so yes, it's more grotesque than probably most things out there, but I was like, you know, you can't go wrong with the sharpest blade out there you can get. Oop, let's flip that box upside down because the shoe box is upside down. Let's pop her open. So obviously made in Spain. TLB made in Mallorca, Spain. So let's see. Yep. So if we take a look at the specifications here of my new shoes, we could see that I got the Artista number 113, which is a quarter brogue, which means there's just it's an Oxford with just a medallion on the toe cap, or excuse me, perforation on the toe cap, no medallion. And I got these obviously in a UK 12 D width because their standard is F. And I got it on the Goya last, which is their round last, and in box calf brown with the JR sole, which I'll talk a little more about it in just a second. But let's pop the box open. Yeah. So this is probably just my packing slip. Yep. So that's just my little receipt. So obviously we got the tissue paper. We got shoe number 1, obviously individual shoe bags. And that's right. So Tony and I both agreed for me, just in case my feet don't fit, that I have some leather inserts. So I'll have these just in case my feet don't fit in my shoes stock. But shoe number 1. I'm excited if you guys can't already tell. Wow. Wow. Brown box calf TLB Mallorca. This thing is beautiful. Wow. Obviously the JR sole, closed stitching, meaning obviously it's stitched down, but you can't see it on the underside, which is a really beautiful addition in my opinion. Man, I'm just like a little kid right now. Like this I'm kind of geeking out right now because Jesus, and the fact that I have my shoe trees already in here. So let's kind of get this guy out. It's gonna be a little snug fit because obviously it's fitted to the shoe as it is. Laces out. Kind of get these loosened up a little bit. Alright, let's see how they wrapped it up. Oh, I see. Alright. And okay, it's a hollowed tree too, which is really nice. Very smooth, made out of beechwood, you can tell. So, oh, they gave me an 11, I see. I asked for a 12, but I mean, it would have been at the same price anyway, so the 11 probably makes a little more sense because obviously you don't want to remanufacture a tree in order to refit. So, Jesus. Let's look in there, man. That's nice. Really nice shoes. I'm very impressed with what I got. Very, very impressed. So let's get out the other shoe now. And obviously they got the little pads to make sure that it didn't jiggle around in shipping too much. Man, can you just tell the craftsmanship in these things? Let's just look at the left shoe here. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Very tight around the back. Hooked way in here. Very tight down here. Waist, fiddle, slight fiddle waist. Beveling right here around the edge. And obviously, for me, before I went into a more chiseled toe, I wanted to stick with a round toe. So that's why I went with the Goya last. So, let's go and grab my Aldens and just compare how these shoes look in terms of length. So if we look, obviously here on the left, we have my left shoe of my Alden 907 pair, my black cap toe Oxford, and right here on the right we have my TLB Artista number 113. Now, I don't see too much of a difference aside from the fact that it's actually a slightly slimmer silhouette. I'm personally glad I also ordered a 12, a size 12, because Tony and I were going back and forth in emails, and he suggested that I get an 11 because I do have a shorter foot, but because the ball of my foot sits a little more forward on my foot, I needed to size up, and that's actually something that they recommended, Allen Edmonds, which I'm kind of glad I got my shoe size tested out there, because they want to make sure that the shoes fit for you at Allen Edmonds, and so I'm glad I got a 12, because looking at where the ball placement is here, it's very similar between these two. So if I even turn these around a little bit, so that way they're kind of sitting upright in the same spot, you can kind of see, let's make sure it's in view, that the ball placement is right where it should be. The main difference here is that the TLB is a little longer. Alden does have that sort of European aesthetic to it for an American shoe, besides the chunky welt. But TLB, you could tell it has a little more length to it than the Alden. I'm not complaining, of course. So it might change my perspective a little bit when it comes to TLB, but let's just see how the shoes fit now. Here we are. I'm wearing my Allen Edmonds mid-calf socks. They do go a little. They do run a little long just because of the elasticity of them, but they do pull down over time. So be mindful of that when you're getting Allen Edmonds wigwam socks. So let's make sure these shoes open up a little bit, so that way my feet can slide right in. And let's just see how these suckers fit. Brand new TLB shoes. darn it. I'm gonna need to try that again. Didn't get the entry just right. Let's try that again. Alright. Just brand new shoes, just trying not to mess these up for the first time. Ooh. Dang. Nice. Wow. Wow. This is actually like a really nice fit, so let's make sure. So just for everyone's knowledge, my left foot is the bigger of the two. So if it fits my left foot, then the right shoe will fit no problem. That's simply because, again, my right foot is a little more narrow than my left. So this shoe fits so nicely, so nicely. Like, wow. And yeah, my toe is going right up to here. So there's like at least another ½ inch on the toe cap, which I need. Because, trust me when I say this, people, if you don't have space in your shoe, it actually sucks to wear your shoes. Speaking from experience here. I've got big feet, so when you've got big feet like mine and to top it off narrow, it's hard to find shoes. So let's put on the right shoe now. These are stiff, so dang. All right, got this one on. But I have to say, these are the nicest fitting freaking Oxfords I now own. Like, my God. Like, not even my Allen Edmonds or Aldens fit this nicely. More so because right here on the vamp, my feet are sitting more directly underneath the leather, whereas on my Aldens, let's just speak on the Aldens because those are also Oxfords, so it makes a little more sense. On my Aldens, I have a little more space here in the vamp. Here, my shoes fit snug. So I might need to put the insert in for my right foot, but my left foot, I'm getting like little to no play. Here I'm getting a little bit of play, but let's just see what happens. Yeah. So I might want to stick the insert in because I'm getting just a slight bit of play here in my right foot. So let's stand up. Wow. Man. I feel regal in these shoes. Like, I don't know another word to explain how I feel. Shoot. This is I'm like a boy in a candy shop right now. I'm like, you guys probably can't tell how excited I am, but you might be hearing it in my voice. Like, Jesus. And again, the JR soles. Sorry if that's upside down. I got JR soles because I wanted to see what oak bark leather is like. And kind of going back to what I said earlier, some unfortunate news came around that JR is going out, so it's kind of disheartening to hear that this might be my first and only shoe that I get JR leather with, but that really just depends on the supply of what people have. So before we get going, let me actually try this shoe on with the leather insert in, because I actually feel fine in my left shoe. It's my right shoe I need to be worried about. Let's stick the leather insert in. And let's grab my shoehorn again. Okay, I see. So it's going to be a little tougher sliding right in, just because... Oh, did you guys hear that whistle of air? That's... Oh, wow, yeah, there we go. Now my foot's fitting. So yeah, going through the breaking in process, this is going to be necessary. Going to be necessary to have this leather insert in. Shoo. Now this fits a lot better. Now I'm not so prone to sliding out of this shoe. This shoe, like, I really don't need to do too much. I might have just a little bit of wiggle, but I had a lot more wiggle in this shoe, so this now fits completely snug. This has just a little bit of play, but I don't want to stick that insert in and just make it rough for myself. But I do have the other insert just in case I need it. So let's stand up again. Yeah, just wonderful feeling. I can't wait to just break these in. I'm literally speechless right now. Just so you guys get it in full view on my feet. And something I like here about the European detail is that instead of it being straight, the laces being straight, you can see a slight crescent like shape here with the lace holes. If I were to grab my Aldens again, if you look here on my Aldens, you can see that the lace holes go straight up. This is just a little detail thing that here it's a little more crescent shaped with the laces, but this is like a nice sort of detail thing that just looks real nice when you're looking more finely into these details. So really couldn't be happier with this purchase. Oh my god. So thank you all for watching today's video, gang. Before we get going, I need to do one thing. Tony, muchas gracias para ayudarme con mis zapatos. Es una experiencia muy diferente para tener estos zapatos comparado a mis zapatos de los Américas con los Aldens y los Allen Edmonds. Es una experiencia muy orgulloso para mí. So, muchísimas gracias, Tony, para ayudarme con estos zapatos. So if you guys are all interested in seeing my in-depth review in the future of these shoes, I will be doing so. Please hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed today's unboxing, please drop a like on this video. It will help pump this video up in the algorithm. And just one more time, muchísimas gracias, Tony. No podía imaginar como se dice fit en mis pies. So again, thank you all for enjoying today's video. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you all soon. Take care, everyone.